What's good, y'all? It's Noble. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're already subscribed, welcome back. Today I'm going to be deconstructing this sample that I made with my boy Pilgrim. About a week after we made this sample, Gibbo actually used it in one of his videos. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so before I break the loop down, this is what the final sample sounds like. Crazy. So the thing that makes this sample stand out from a lot of lab samples that I do is that it uses 2 starters instead of 1. My boy Pilgrim sent me this pack of starters and I started working on one only to realize that I kind of liked how 2 of them fit together. Even though they had different BPMs and keys, I made it work. Here's what the first starter sounded like. Pretty simple, but it's got a lot of bounce to it. And here's what the second starter sounded like once I put it in the right key and put some effects on it. It's got an ethnic feel to it, and definitely a lot of bounce. Here's that same starter in the original key with no effects. So yeah, for effects I just have the default preset on Valhalla Supermassive with the mix turned down, the gentle modulation preset on Sketch cassette with the flutter turned down, and then just a light reverb and a light pan man. I also took this one stem from the first starter because there's just one part that I liked, so I created an automation to have it only play during that part, and then I just drowned it with effects. So yeah, here's what all that sounds like together. From there, I felt like I wanted a little transition between each couple of bars, and I also thought that a flute would fit perfectly because I already had a marimba in the sample. So I went to my Cadence Volume 2 one-shot kit that I'm working on right now with my guy Mac, and I chose this flute run called Mesa. The effects are pretty similar to the marimba. I just also have this Lake Water Portal preset with the mix turned down. Here's what the flute sounds like with the marimba. After that, I knew the sample needed a bass for some body, so I went to this Immortal one-shot kit from Bass 1 and Greg, and here I kind of chose 2 different basses and made them work together. Basically what I'm having the first bass do is hit on the 1, 3, 5, and 7, and the second bass reverse into each of those hits. And the second section is pretty much the same thing, it's just that the hits on the 1, 3, 5, and 7 are 3 instead of 1. The next thing I added is one of my favorite sounds in the whole sample, and it sounds like this. What I did was take this accent called Abby from that same Immortal one-shot kit and add a couple effects, the most important of which being this delay on Valhalla Supermassive. So altogether, this is what I had for the sample so far. So to fill more room up in the sample, I used 2 textures, one from that same Immortal one-shot kit and one from this Holy and Vicus one-shot kit, and then I added this transition that I use all the time from my Expression one-shot kit. The last thing I did to the sample is my favorite part. I took a couple aspects, added a bunch of reverb, rendered it out, reversed it, added more effects, and it basically ended up adding this reverse texture that I really like. But unfortunately, because this is a new PC, I lost the original file for the reverse. As you can see, it's red instead of black, so all I can really do is just play what it sounded like. Yeah, I really wish I could have broken it down further, but I just don't have the original file. As for Master Effects, it's pretty predictable by now. I got the melt ambience on Valhalla with the mix down and the gentle modulation on Sketch cassette with the flutter down. And yeah, all I did from there was render it out, change the BPM and key, and this is what the final sample sounded like. that's gonna be about it for the video, y'all. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe and also like the video. Shout out to my boy Pilgrim for the starters. Make sure you go follow him on Instagram at Pilgrim Beats, and also make sure to follow my Instagram at proud.noble. Thank y'all so much for 1.2k. I really appreciate it. We're growing very fast right now, so make sure you keep subscribing. Let's get to 1.3k. Yeah, I got Cadence Volume 2 on the way very soon. I'm thinking I'm gonna drop it when we hit 2k on Instagram. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play a beat my boy Harold Harper made with this sample. So I'm out of here. Peace.
Hey Noble.